Hey everybody, welcome back to Thomas Towing and Hot Rod Shop. A little update on the 42. We've got a bunch of stuff done on it. Put in a little time after work this evening and getting ready to do a little bit of a walk around, show you what we've got. All right, here we go. We're down to just the cab, and this thing has fought the whole way. You can see we got the bed off the back of it. I'm gonna try and back up around this thing. Like I said, I'm shooting all this with my telephone. I'm not a YouTube star, don't claim to be, not trying to be. Just thought we might do some cool videos of the truck. But we got the whole bed off and got the front end off, and this thing is in rough shape. It's been bad, all rusted out. The bed is in bad shape, but this is kind of one of the interesting things. This is pure road tar that was sprayed up underneath this thing as undercoating. And then they sprayed the bed, they sprayed the engine, the entire suspension. There's places on this thing where it was 2 inches thick. But as you can see, all the bed sills are shot. We're gonna replace all that. Walk around this side. Sorry, my lighting in here sucks. It's an old building and we had to use some extra light. But anyway, we got all the running boards, everything off, down to the front suspension. Inside we got the tow board out tonight so that when we pull it, the only thing that should come with it when we take the cab off, which we're going to do here in a few minutes, is the steering wheel and steering column. All of the pedals and all that stuff will stay attached to the chassis, which, you know, we're not reusing anything from the chassis. Both the front cowl corners are in really bad shape. This one's in better shape than the other side, but the other side is really bad. But this is what I'm talking about, the road tar that they sprayed to undercoat this thing. Now I will say that once we chipped all the road tar away from the bolts that were under the road tar came out with no problem. But man, we actually managed to set it on fire again, trying to take some of the bolts out tonight. I would not recommend using a torch on one of these old things. It'll come back to bite you. But we got the front end off. There's the radiator core support, and tonight we just ended up mostly using a sawzall and a metal blade. That's how we cut the bolts that held the cab down. So that's our next thing. We're going to set it down back on the skates and then reposition the lift, and we're going to try and take the cab. All right, well, we did it. We have the 42 body finally touching the S10 frame. Stayed a little bit later tonight than I wanted to, but managed to get it all done. Again, we're using a 91 Chevrolet Police Interceptor engine, but we got it sitting. It actually came together pretty good. We ended up having to take the steering column out of the 42, or take it loose from the dash and roll the frame back and forth as we went up with the cab. We're just not bright enough to figure out how to get that steering column loose from the old 42 truck. So since I'm probably not going to use it, it's just going with the truck over there. And you never know, we're liable to build something out of just that frame and chassis over there. But it came together pretty good. Sitting down real close to where it needs to be. It's still teetering a little bit. A couple of the body mounts are underneath, but just couldn't stop ourselves from setting it down there to see what it was going to look like. It's been 3 weeks of a lot of work, so now I'm really excited. If I wasn't excited about it before, I'm really excited about it now. So stick with us and keep watching. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good night.